And the waiter was a little nervous. And I said to him, and he's a Mexican guy. And I said, "Are you okay?" And he said, "Mr. Schneider, I'm just a little nervous because I am not here legally. And I'm afraid that ICE is going to take me and back to Mexico." And I felt like, wow, that's awful. Because these are the people that we want in this country. People are working really hard. Then he completely screwed up my lunch and was like, "Get this guy out of here. You can't screw up lunch. That's the most important meal of the day."
What even happened to Rob Schneider? This guy pulled up to do stand-up at the CPAC convention, and instead of laughs, he dropped one of the most awkward, painful sets people have seen in a minute. Viewer discretion is seriously advised, because these clips are next-level uncomfortable. Man, what was that? Just listening to it feels stressful, like secondhand embarrassment hitting hard. His punchlines don't even land. They just sit there in silence, like nobody knows what they just heard. People are literally reacting like, "What did I just listen to?" It's that rough. And performing at CPAC? That's already a tough crowd, but this made it even more wild to watch. At one point, it honestly felt like there had to be easier places to get a laugh than that room.
My favorite comedy now is Instagram. Mexican guys crying. Have you seen that? It's pretty funny. "Please, El Presidente Trump, don't take my mother-in-law back to Mexico. She's not here legally, please. Her name is Maria Reyes Gonzalez. She lives at 311 Nelson Avenue. She's 4'11", 293 pounds. She's there right now. I'll help you pack her shit." So anyway.
The energy was off, the timing was off, everything just spiraled. This was Rob Schneider. Well, the version people barely recognize now, and the whole set just crashed in real time. More clips are out there, and every single one feels just as chaotic. And here's the twist. This isn't just about a bad comedy set. Over the past few years, Rob Schneider has been moving different, leaning heavy into political takes and stirring up controversy. Earlier today, he even pushed the idea of bringing back a military draft. Yeah, seriously. In 2026, he's out here saying people should be ready to send their sons and daughters to war. That alone has people talking nonstop. Wait, hold on. And keep this in mind, Rob has his own kids too. If someone is out here pushing for boots on the ground and talking about a draft, then the real question is simple. Send your own child first, then come back and say all that with a straight face. That's where things start to feel real different. Anyway, more clips are coming because this situation just keeps getting more intense. Watching this unfold feels like seeing a whole career shift in real time. It's wild because this is someone who's been part of some well-known movies. Yeah, a lot of them tied to Adam Sandler. But still, the change in direction is hard to ignore. So now you watch these clips and start wondering, is this what comedy is turning into? Seriously, is this the new formula? Just going after easy targets and calling it a joke?
I do not believe that Somalia is sending us their best. We're not getting the engineers, the doctors, the lawyers. If they have any in Somalia, we're not getting any. We seem to be getting the not very good ones. Pirates, I know. And who wants their babies babysat by Somalian people? I mean, didn't anybody see Captain Phillips with Tom Hanks? They're pirates. A lot, not saying all, most. Not saying all. But that just goes to show you what an incredible country that we live in. That people can come over here, they don't even have to be legal. From Somalia, they can just come over here, marry their brother, and then open up a Leering Center, and the next thing you know, no, it's incredible. How rich is this country where Somalians could be stealing billions of dollars from us, and we don't even notice?
That's the part that has people raising eyebrows everywhere. Comedy used to have layers. Not every joke, sure, but a lot of the time it pushed upward, challenged power, made people think while they laughed. But here, It feels different. A lot of these jokes are aimed at groups that already deal with enough heat, especially immigrants, and you can already tell where some of the other jokes are heading too. And it's not just one person, it feels like a pattern. The same setups, the same punchlines, immigrants, trans people, repeated over and over like it's a script. People are starting to ask, is this even about laughs anymore? Because it comes off more like trying to get applause from a crowd that already agrees instead of actually being funny. They're not even comics at this point. They come off like bad public speakers just chasing approval. It feels less like comedy and more like saying things to get claps from people who already agree. What actually happened to comedy? That question keeps coming up again and again. And honestly, some people point fingers at Joe Rogan's influence on the scene. They say he's played a big role in shaping this style, where certain voices get boosted and the tone shifts away from actual jokes. Whether that's fully true or not, the conversation is definitely getting louder. Now switching gears for a second, here's a clip of Norm Macdonald completely roasting Rob Schneider.
During the day, I hit the streets with a sandwich board and try to get people out. And I was in Denver, Colorado.
Yeah. Denver, sure.
And the guy says, "You're doing a show here." I said, "Yeah, where? The big auditorium." He goes, "How do you get to play the big auditorium?" I said, "I'll tell you. It's not just me. It's David Spade will be there, and Nick Schwartzen too." Well, by God, the fella said, from the Sandler movies, they're fantastic. I'd pay anything. It's just I don't have much money. I'm down on my luck. I says, "I can get you tickets. I can get you tickets, sir." He goes, "It'd be a dream of a lifetime." I said, "Well, if you think that's a dream, wait till you hear this. Adam Sandler will be there himself." My God, the guy said, "I'll bring me and my wife too, is that all right?" I said, "Sure, I'll get you 2 tickets. He says, "What time's the show?" I said, "It's at 8 o'clock. I said, "Also, Rob Schneider's there." He said, 8 o'clock's not good, that's when the news is on."
This right here is what many call real comedy. Sharp, unexpected, and actually funny. Rest in peace to Norm Macdonald. Seriously, his presence is missed more than ever. All right, back to what's going on here. And it's the same thing over and over. Immigrants, immigrants, immigrants. The exact same punchline repeated like it's stuck on loop. It starts to feel lazy, like no effort is being put into building something fresh. And here's what makes it even more wild. This is his own crowd. People already leaning in his direction, already on his side. And even then, the reaction is barely there. That's when you know something's off. It's like performing in front of your own family and still not getting a reaction. Just silence hanging in the air.
This is going to sound terrible, maybe a little racist. So I won't say it because you guys are all filming this. But let me see. I had some points. I just got back from Hungary, where the Hungarian Donald Trump, Viktor Orban, is there. He's a great guy, and it's an amazing free country, and it doesn't have the what the rest of Western Europe has. They've managed to keep that country free, and I hope it can maintains that way. So and I did that, and I wrote some notes down. What else here? Oh.
What makes it even more confusing is that Schneider has openly talked about his own background, even referring to himself as a Filipino Jew. His words. Yet here he is, still leaning into the same kind of material that's got people questioning everything. Making immigrant jokes over and over again, it just feels played out. At this point, people are straight up calling Schneider a fraud. Like seriously, where's Nick Shirley when you need someone to actually dig into what's going on here? And can we talk about how long that set felt? It just kept going and going. And the energy never picked up. You sit there thinking, this is really what comedy looks like in 2026? Jokes with no laughs, awkward silence, and the same recycled lines. It's rough to watch. And yeah, I want to hear what people think about this, because the shift in Rob Schneider's career is wild. Some people even ask, do you feel bad for him? Honestly, no. He's a grown man making his own choices. That's what makes it more confusing. What caused this switch? Something clearly changed, and it feels like we're not getting the full story. Now, to be fair, nobody's trying to throw out random accusations or make things up. But come on, you don't pivot this hard out of nowhere without something pushing it. There's got to be more behind the scenes, and people are starting to notice. After sitting through all of that, it honestly leaves you feeling drained, like you need to reset after hearing it all. But now I want to hear from you. What do you think about this whole situation? If you made it this far, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and help push toward that 1,000 subscriber goal. Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to share this video so more people can weigh in on this wild situation.